All right, gratitude, family, gratitude. Let me check up on something real quick. Peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Okay, there we go. Peace and blessings, family. We are here again. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for wanting to learn. We love sharing information and knowledge. Today, family, we're going to do today I'm going to go ahead and say this is not financial advice. Okay. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. We're just giving you some information Brother Kal-El is giving you some information that he has. All right. So this is Brother Kal-El here with me, and family, we're going to talk about crypto today. We're going to talk about some things you should do, some things you shouldn't do, some things you need to watch out for, and some things you need to jump on and stop playing with. All right. So I'm going to go into the background for a second, and I'm going to let Brother Kal-El go forward. We're going to get right to the nitty gritty, family. And this is I'm introduce you guys to Brother Kal-El. You guys might have seen him as well in some of my lectures. All right. This is Brother Kal-El, and he is going to go in on a crypto information, family.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Yosef. Gratitude, appreciation for, allowing me to be able to get this information off. I hope that it helps a lot of people. I want to give a couple shout outs. One to Jay Cypher, Jerry Opachina. He's one of you guys that helped me out in the beginning of crypto. My homeboy AJ, my homeboy Ray, and anybody that's ever given me a little bit of information in cryptocurrency. So we're going to start like that. So we're going to start actually with a clip. If you guys can't hear it, please say something and I'll explain it. Anybody else? Can they hear everybody else?
You guys let us know if you can hear it. They said they can't hear.
Okay.
So yeah, they still can't hear it.
Okay. So they can see it though, right?
Yep. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it, right? Just can't hear it. All right. Okay.
So in this video, of course, everybody knows a famous scene from The Matrix where Morpheus is telling Neo how the war between the robots and the humans came. This is a very important scene because this is the precipice of where we are at in society. We are now in the quantum artificial intelligence metaverse society. It's not yesterday, it's not today, it's at the very moment. As we speak, everything that's going to happen is going to be on the blockchain, smart contract, and therefore after. And I'm showing this thing because it talks about how the humans and the robots went to war. And when they went to war, the humans blocked out the sun. Very similar to what we have these days with Bill Gates and different people trying to block out the sun. But why? As you can see there, they started using humans as batteries. And this will go into something that we'll show in just a couple seconds. Now we're going to pause here and go to the next one. This is an actual real company who's making artificial babies through chambers with no semens and no eggs, just from chambers. And this is important because everything connects. Of course, everything connects. It, everything connects. So basically, you can see the words, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay.
People need to see this, man. Okay, somebody says your words aren't clear, brother. So I don't know. You
My
might
words
need
are not clear.
Yeah, I guess they saying you might need to lean in on the mic a little bit more. When you back up, they can't hear you.
Okay. Can you
Yep.
hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we're gonna show y'all these videos so y'all can get some understanding, and then we're gonna go forward to some other information. So you guys can research this and find the YouTube channel yourself. So you guys can research it yourself.
Now, in case nobody heard me, the last video was about Neo talking to Morpheus about the war between the humans and the robots, how it started. Now, how it started was humans had created the AI and it started a precipice right where we are right now. If you know anything about what's going on now, ChatGPT came out in November and there's been the war between the AI. Amazon has BlackRock, Google has Bard, there's another one called Claudia. We are in the race of artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and organoid intelligence, which is using human brains and petri disks to basically control and maneuver society. We are at the precipice of what they call the Grand Great Reset. And we're in the fourth industrial revolution, where everything is going to a cashless digital quantum society. So I'm showing how in that the war between the robots and the humans blocked out the sun, and the artificial intelligence robots started to use the human beings as batteries. And as you can see in the chambers before, that's happening right now as we currently speak. Right now, due to the innovations in science, men and women's sperm and egg are no longer needed to create babies, which means that we are now an obsolete model, which means that when things become obsolete, it's time to do what? Phase it out. In my words, my perspective now, Brother Yosef, that is what I think COVID was about. That is what I think cryptocurrency is going into, Metaverse, NFTs, and everything therefore after. And connecting from that, this is where we're at. This is the past of monetary systems. So we start back in 6050 BCE, minted coins, 6018 CE, paper money, 1717, printed checks, 1950, credit cards, 1994, online payments, 1997, mobile payments, 2010, of course, cryptocurrency. Bitcoin came out in 09, but Bitcoin is not the first cryptocurrency. The very first cryptocurrency was called DigiCash, created in 1989 by a gentleman named David Chung. The next cryptocurrency after that was Hashcash, created in 1995, and the Bitcoin actually uses it in the reference of its white paper. Going from there, 2011 smartphone wallets, 2021 biometric cards, and beyond, a cashless society. So, what does a cashless society necessarily mean? Well, that means that everything that you do, therefore, going after will be on the blockchain. Sam Altman, the creator of OpenChat API, came out with a coin a couple of days ago called WorldCoin. This coin will be the precipice of putting your eye and using your eye retina to have a global ID across the world everywhere. Going from there, I want to show you guys something that I saw in a movie I was watching. So if anybody knows anything about Elon Musk, he is in the process of creating something called Neuralink. And I actually saw this in the movie. I watched this on Resident Evil. It says the Umbrella Corporation Neuralink engaged. And I found that very interesting because they say that art imitates life. Some people say that they have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. Just found that very interesting. But I came to find out another company called Scantron, which is being backed by technological giants Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, is developing a new brain implementation technology that allows the individual to control technology through their thoughts. Now, I think it's very interesting that everything that they're trying to do has something to do with your mind. They're worried about your mind more than they're worried about anything else. Going from there, you have this. They want you to never be offline. They call this, I think, a screenless cell phone projection technology, where you wear this clip on your sleeve and it basically shows you everything. It says the Apple Watch is just the start. How wearable technology will change your life, like it or not, which is very interesting because I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't feed into that. I don't worry about that. Well, as you can see, unless you're going to move to the middle of the Bermuda Triangle or somewhere, everything is going digital and already there. I was at Whole Foods not too long ago and they had a palm scanner that they just rolled out. And I found that very interesting considering that the crypto to be able to pass that through or payments haven't even went through. So they're preparing. I also saw this. Scientists predict you'll be able to upload your consciousness by the end of the year. Now, if you know anything about timelines, their timeline is that by 2030, you will own nothing and you will be okay with it. You will rent shoes, socks, bags, trash cans, houses. You will own nothing. You'll even rent knives and everything therefore after, which is very interesting. Because what that necessarily means, and let's see, to go from there, they say the 7 brain technology companies that you need to know. Neuralink, of course, owned by Elon Musk. Scantron, which is owned by Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. We all know how Bill Gates gets down, and if you don't, we'll talk about that later. BlackRock Neurotech. Now that is very interesting because if you don't know, BlackRock is one of the companies or corporations that owns everything across the world. You name it, they have stock in it. They have stock in the top 20 companies, either 40 or 50%. And if it's not them, it's another company called Vanguard, ClearPoint Neuro, and BrainGate, and Neurable. Now, if you know anything about Elon Musk and Neuralink, they were just announced to be able to do human clinical trials. This was in June 2nd. If you know anything about how Neuralink has been progressing, the last time they worked on a whole bunch of animals, they died. And I wonder why. Going from there, I want to be able to show everybody what's going on with FedNow, right? Since we're talking about cryptocurrency and the cashless society, July 20th, FedNow came out. Some people would ask, what is FedNow? Well, FedNow is the 24-hour instant payment system created by the Federal Reserve and the IRS to be able to push money back and forth instantly. I don't know if you guys know that, but that looks like the Luciferian symbol. Doesn't that look like that, Brother Yosef?
Which part?
Right here. I don't know if you said Showcase Theater.
Oh, yeah, showing up. Absolutely.
Right. And that is just to give an example that they are working all the time with occult, metaphysics, and magic in everything. Let's click in their building. Let's scroll down and look to see the company that's working with some of the coins that we're going to be talking about. All righty. Now, one of the companies we're going to be talking about is one called VulturePay. Now, VulturePay is very interesting because it's for cross-border payments, which is being able to send money from bank to bank internationally, right? They say it's going to start with ACH. But if you look at it, it says extensibility to traditional cross-border payments, SWIFT, next generation cross-border, Ripple, Pay attention. That's a very, very important company. Visa Direct, Visa Business to Business, MasterCard Send, and others. Now, also to kind of show, if you go to the ValaPay website, it says ValaPay supports all major cross-border payments and networks. Ripple is one of those companies. Now, some people would ask, what is Ripple? Well, that's what goes into the quantum financial system, right? Money is no longer physical. Hell, it's barely digital at this point. Your money goes across realms, dimensions, and multi-realities that you can only understand. Cryptocurrency, it's not a if it's going to happen, it's a matter of time, and it's happening as we're speaking. The next pandemic, and I'm saying this for me, not Brother Yosef, in my estimations and predictions, the next pandemic, if they start giving out money, it will be through a CBDC, which is a central banking digital currency. You won't be receiving money in your bank accounts because probably around that time, banks will be having problems. If you haven't noticed, they've been having them now. And quietly enough, banks are supporting this. So let's go straight to the nitty gritty of what some would say is the ISO 222 protocol system, which is very important. And where at the end of the day, yes, these other cryptos you can make money from, but this is going to be the meat potatoes of generational wealth in the short term. I repeat, generational wealth in the short term. This is where most of the countries, corporations, and even the government are putting their money. Example, what is ISO 222? ISO 222 is the International Organization for Standardization, standard for exchanging electronic messages on a payment data between financial institutions across the world. ISO 222 significantly improves the quality of payment data and is faster and cheaper to use than the current system. The improvement and increased data on payments could be used as spur innovation and value-added services to those providing payments. Some would say, what coins are invested in ISO 22? Well, you have XRP, you have Stellar Lumen XLM. If you know anything about Stellar Lumen is the blockchain in which USDC is moved on, and we'll go from here. BlackRock, remember that company we saw earlier that was investing in brain chips, joined together three firms to invest $400 million in Circle. Circle is connected to USDC, which will be, you're hearing it from me, USDC will probably be the stable coin that will be used, and it's used on the XLM Stellar Lumen blockchain, right? That article is from, if I remember right, a year ago. So that's why it's important to pay attention. Going back to that, let's look at this timeline that they seem to be very key on moving forward with cryptocurrency and everything therefore after. It says preparation for the new age civilization by 2050. As we all know, 2009 was the digital asset economy. That's around the time I think a whole bunch of houses, the real estate crash. And that's also the same time that Bitcoin was supposedly invented by Satoshi Nakamoto. It says information is new, oil, and data. We're going to move that timeline all the way back up to 2021, leveling the playing field, the gold standard. What does that mean? As of right now, our money is not backed by anything. That's why the inflation is crazy. And in order to defeat inflation, all they do is print out no more money that has nothing to back it. If you know anything about what's going on globally, there's an organization called BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, that is creating their own currency on probably the XRPL blockchain. That's my guesstimation. With their own gold-backed cryptocurrency inclusion. That's where the gold standard is start. That's also why Brother Yosef is, if you listen to him, very big on buying your own gold and silver. Because one day, maybe one day very soon, if you don't have tangible, practical assets to back you up, Cash will be toilet paper. You're hearing it from me. Other people, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Da, da. You're hearing it from me. One day you're gonna take out $1 and it's not gonna be worth $1. From 2027, it says automation, the internet of value. By 2030, it says asteroid mining. Very interesting. If you know anything about Elon Musk, along with Neuralink, he's invested in something called SpaceX. They have thousands of satellites across the world to be able to eventually take humanity into colonies into space and therefore after back. Also, you have commerce and shipping, country independent productivity. 2030, travel. As I just said, the travel between space and Earth. It says this timeline, 2040, biosynthesis science, regenerative medicine, QH. 2040, robotics, delegation of work, senior assistant. And then 2040, genetic coding, birth manipulation, eradication of DNA, which goes to another predicate, right? The Avatar program of 2045. That's the Dalai Lama. As you can see, very close to a guy named Demetrius Iverco. This guy is who started the 2045 Initiate program. What the 2045 Initiate program is, your consciousness in a metaverse as your own avatar in the digital quantum world. So let's go down the timeline. It says by 2015, the first copy of the avatar, the path to neo-humanity of the foundation of ideology of evolution 2045. It says neo-humanity, which means robotics, cyborg, in a total AI digital society. 2017, launching the avatar into the mass production. 2020, widespread production avatar affordable mass like a car. 2020, first successful experiment of brain transportation into an artificial body. Very interesting, artificial body. I didn't get a chance to show Brother Yosef this yesterday. But speaking on artificial bodies, I want to see if everybody can see this. Give me just a moment, of course. This lady right here with a robot. This is real. To show you that what you think is coming is already here. Another example, they say art imitates life. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody saw Apple Vision Pro glasses in the movie called Ready Player Number Two. And if you're and basically what that was is Apple released new metaverse glasses. They're going to be releasing them in 2024 that will put you in their own version of the metaverse, just like Ready Player Number One. And also to be able to conglomerate or confirm that, if you go look, there's a platform that allows you to create your avatar at the moment, this present moment in time, to eventually put you in different metaverses, NFT platforms, and therefore after digitally. Example, this is the website. It says the world's leading avatar platform. Thousands of developers, brands, creators are using Ready Player Me to deliver an amazing virtual experience to millions of users. It says right here, create your avatar. Some companies they're working with, Tommy Hilfiger, Adidas, VR Chat, Spirella, Mini Royal Nations, and probably countless others. I wouldn't be surprised if all types of companies are involved in the metaverse that we don't know about. Nike, Ferrari, all types of companies. And to substantiate that, some would say, well, right now it's just a metaverse. You just go in there with glasses. But this is where we add the evolution of technology that's currently being created. It says right here by a company called H2L Technologies that aims to bring metaverse pain to real life. The entire point of the metaverse is to provide people a way to escape the current trappings of the physical world and enjoy an immersive experience in the virtual world. How interesting. Right? So if everything's moving into a digital world, that means you're going to need what? A digital currency. I believe, based upon a lot of the things going on in the background, what I've researched and what has come out, that the coins that we will show you today will set the precipice for the rest of the world and probably run the finances for at least the next 50 years of our lives, or even more therefore after. So let's get into it. It's stable coins. Stable coins are coins that are equal to $1. Right now you have Tether, USDC, and a couple others. But the main important thing we're looking at is look on the side to see the companies involved. The SWIFT credit, debit, and monetary system, ISO 222, the World Bank. And to let you know what the World Bank does is anytime a country is in disarray, anytime there's a war, they ask for resources. They go to the World Bank, and the World Bank gives them those resources, loans, based upon certain stipulations. The World Economic Trade Forum, as we all know, the World Economic Trade Forum is famous for a guy named Charles Schwab, who is reportedly the guy that says that you will own nothing and be okay. And they're very big on greenhouse gases, carbon monoxide, and global warming. The BIS and the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. So let's look at the coins. It says agnostic exchange token for industrial value bulk solution, which is Ripple, XRP, which will be considered quantum gold. If we're going into a quantum realm, XRP will be considered quantum gold, not just gold. The next coin that they're big on, they say, and you see right here, the IMF, is cross-border DeFi payment, person-to-person, bank-to-bank remittance, which will be Stellar Lumen, XLM, which will be considered quantum silver. The next is World Trade Institutional Value Contract, DDoX Network, which is considered XDC, which will be considered copper. The next will be Algo, which is, I know for a fact that Algo has contracts that they're working on with the military, confirmed by some of the insiders that I work with. It's used for dApps and smart contracts. Supposedly, they're going to be putting a lot of different military records on Algo. Algo is considered palladium. Going from there is a very special coin considered IOTA. IOTA is the machine-to-machine data ontometry cross-border digital ID, which is considered iridium. Now let's go to these coins and kind of show. We have XRP. Now I saw this morning that XRP had a deal with a country called, I think, Polka. Not a very well-known country, but they transferred $24 billion within a couple seconds. That's unheard of in today's precedence of the credit and monetary debt system, which means that they can now cut out the middleman, which makes the banks extremely, extremely expendable. It says XRP is a digital asset built for payments. It is a native digital asset on the XRPL ledger, an open source, permissionless, decentralized blockchain technology that can settle transactions in 3 to 5 seconds. XRP can be sent directly without needing a central intermediary, making it a convenient instrument in bridging the two different currencies quickly and efficiently. Now, some would ask, where can I buy XRP? You can now buy XRP.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
Yes.
Brother, somebody said there's no sound on the video.
This is
I'm not sure what they're talking about. Can everybody hear Brother Kal-El? I'm pretty sure you guys can. I know I can hear him on the other on the YouTube version. You guys let me know if you guys can hear, bro. Because right now there's not a video. He's just showing. We know there's no sound on the video, but he's just showing slides. But somebody just put that in there.
Okay.
I want to make sure everybody can hear brother Kal-El. Okay, they said they can hear you. Okay, continue on, brother.
It says, and you can buy XRP from Uphold, BitTrue, Kraken, or Coinbase. Coinbase just allowed XRP to be bought off of their exchange as far as last week. And just to put it in there, you're going to say, okay, I want to buy this coin. It moves money. But who backs this coin? Well, that's a great question. Let's start from here. American Express, MoneyGram, PNC, Interbank, Bank Rhythmus, CB Intuitive, SB Remit. Let's go even further. Now, if you look right here, it says the Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation. How interesting. The same people who are creating the vaccines and going around blocking out the sun is invested in a coin that's going to be able to move billions of dollars within seconds. I would think that's something that you want to be invested in, because they don't put their money in something that's not going to control or move things into the forefront of innovation. But let's look further. Bank of America, Western Union, MoneyGram, Accenture, NAB, SB Remits, Deloda, Google Ventures, Standard Chart. Let's go a little bit further. Bank of America. Bank of America's comment is, it's about you as a client and infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate, whether that's with platforms, capabilities that we build or partnerships that with the likes of Ripple or Swift. These are fintechs that we're partnering with. So Bank of America is partnering with Ripple on the XRPL blockchain to move millions of dollars. Sounds like something people might want to be involved in. Just my guesstimation, don't you think, Brother Yosef?
Absolutely.
Going forward from there, let's see some other things that XRP is involved in. It says Ripple compatible chip development sponsored by the United States Navy. Let's read a little bit about that. It says implantable chips integrated with Ripple. On Kevin Cage's shared video received by XRPL, in it, Catherine Austin Fitch speaks of a Dutch tech firm without sharing its name, saying that a year ago she accessed data regarding the United States Navy paying that firm to create an implantable chip compatible with the XRPL Ripple chain. So for those that don't know what that means, I will let you know. Ripple will be one of the coins that they will be using to put implantable chips in people's hands going forward. Nobody else will say it. I will say it. All of these technologies that you see will be used to run the world. I will not make it coy for you. I will not make it comfortable. Brother Yosef makes it comfortable. I don't make it comfortable. I like to make people scared because I'm weird. I think that fear motivates people a little bit longer than love does, because most people at this point are still finding out what that means. But we all know.
Give it to him. Huh? I said, give it to him, brother.
Yes, but fear, we all know what fear is from day one. And to kind of conglomerate that, again, I want to go back over this and allow people to know that on the FedNow Ripple, on the FedNow website backed by the IRS, the technology, Violent Technologies, has, for cross-border payments, Ripple, very apparent, clearly right here. So going from that, we're going to go back into the coins and go forward. This is what they consider the XRP Hyperledger, which is how it's going to run different things. And now we go to Stellar Lumen, right? Stellar Lumen, a lot of people don't know. I'll give a little bit of history. Stellar Lumen broke off from Ripple. The guy who created Stellar Lumen his name is Jed McCaleb. he broke off from the company of Ripple in 2024, and he created Ripple, which also does cross-border payments. It's considered quantum silver, right? This coin, as they say, is going to be the people's coin. This is the coin that we're going to use. XRP is going to be the coins that financial corporations, institutions, governments, and countries and continents will use. This is what we'll be using. And to kind of show you who's backing that at the moment, IBM, Deloitte, Stripe, WIP Pro, Ginkgo, Poseidon. Let's go further. Interesting name. Let's see. Oh, let's go further. Okay, let's go back and let's show some things. So, interestingly enough, XLM has a very interesting relationship connecting with connecting with Elon Musk. So if you know anything, there's a company called Vast. Vast is a company that's going to be doing space exploration, people can now reserve flights to eventually in a year or two to fly from here back in Earth, just like Richard Grant and Virgin Galactic. And Jed McCaleb has a partnership with Stellar Lumen to eventually be one of the corporations and cryptocurrencies that they rock with, interestingly enough. Give me just a moment. Let me see if I can find that. And if not, seems like I can't. We'll go from here to another thing I want people to be aware of. What some call universal base income. You see, because all of this connects right here. Here's on Fox News, the universal base income pilot programs coming in a city near you. Now, some of you can't read this. This is kind of blurry, but I'll see what I can do. Well, you have New York City, Durham, Atlanta, New Orleans, San Antonio, San Diego, Santa Monica, Los Angeles, Louisville, Birmingham, Montgomery, Newark, which is New Jersey. And I know for a fact they also have this pilot in Houston, Texas. Now, that connects to something called the C40 organization initiates. Brother Yosef actually connected that, right? I think you put me on that first. If you go look at it, how ironic, Brother Yosef, would you consider that every city that they were doing universal base income pilot is involved in the C40 global warming smart cities initiative? Do you think that's a convenience? Do you think that just happened?
Nope, it's planned, brother. They planned it.
And so that is why it's very important that if anything you take from this is that technology, we're not waiting on technology. Technology's waiting on us at this moment. You're either with it or you're not. You're either going to learn from the past or you're going to be doomed to repeat it. This is like the dot-com bubble when everybody thought the internet was just a phase, and then Google, Yahoo, and everything exploded. Next thing you know, MySpace, Black Planet, Facebook, now we do everything on the internet. Well, this is the next evolution of that. And to commemorate what I was saying earlier about XRM, let's go right here. It says, potentially huge for Stellar Lumen. To clarify, founder and current chief technical officer of XLM, Jed McCaleb. Jed McCaleb is the CEO of Vast. The CEO of SpaceX, as you all well know, is Elon Musk. So look at that convenient connection. If we know anything about, also, Twitter has now turned into X. So don't you think it's funny you have X, XLM, XRP, and later down the road, we will talk about XDC. Here is something that I found while I was in the Metaverse, interestingly enough. When I went to the Metaverse, I found this. Did I ever show you this, Brother Yosef?
No.
Yes, I found XRP Ripple and an X on the side of the building. You think that's ironic? I found this a year ago as well. I also found this. You ever see this, Brother Yosef?
I know the symbol. I've never seen it in the metaverse though.
That's exactly what I saw when I went there. I went in a random spot and I saw that, and
Wow.
I thought it was very interesting because I remember you saying that you were seeing when you were in the metaverse, you were seeing spirits or different things. And I found a Solomon symbol in the metaverse. Interestingly enough. And going back from there, we're going to explain a little bit further. If you want to be able to get XLM, which is considered quantum silver, you can buy XLM on BitTrue, Coinbase, or Uphold. Going from there, we have another cryptocurrency called Algo. Algo is used by the military at this moment in time, and it will be considered palladium. It says Algo is a self-sustaining, decentralized, blockchain-based network that supports a wide range of applications. These systems are secure, scalable, efficient, and all critical properties for efficient applications in the real world. This basically will be a more advanced version of dApps, decentralized applications to build software and thereafter. But wait, let's look at some of the partnerships for Algo. Republic, Tether, one of the biggest stable coins across the world, probably the biggest at this moment in time, SBF. Let's go further. Some of these companies I'm not aware of, but they're pretty big. Let's see any ones that I can see pretty here from here. The Algorand Global Partnership Program. Blockchain, Angola, Intellect, Loop Tribe, Reach. Let's see again. See if we can see any companies from here. Razer, Asset Block, 2020 Capital, SVO, the Linux Foundation, the Blockchain Australia Solution, and Orion. I probably said that wrong. Then we have HBAR. But before we go on to HBAR, I want to explain a little bit more. I think I did explain that. Let's see. Give me just a moment. Before we go on to HBAR, I want to kind of explain what might be going on with these coins as far as XRP and Stellar Lumen. So as you say, it says Starlink AI Overnet Smart Grid, router and switch, intranet server. You have XRP, digital stored value, gold, as we all know. CODIS, RFID, NFC, NCF, BLE, Lucifer East, Luciferian, interesting name. Digital ID, keys, wallet, personal data stored in the body chip, biochip, quantum dot. And this will be distributed on the Starlink satellite internet system. It says one world currency. Then you have Stellar Lumen, who is backed by IBM, who is one of the biggest quantum computer companies in the world. And it says the Lucifer cipher. Again, very interesting word. Starlight, off-chain scalable channels. And it says light fidelity. Li-Fi is a Wi-Fi communication technology that uses visible light instead of radio waves to transmute data. It works by mutilating the LED lights as a high frequency. Li-Fi offers high data transfers and greater security than traditional wireless technologies. Some will say, why are you telling this? Because everything is going to be digital and wireless. This is why you will own nothing and you will be okay with it. Going from there, we're going to talk about Starlink's quantum internet. It says this is the QFS, the quantum financial system, is the XRPL, space fifth density. Remember when I was saying earlier, the quantum financial system is a financial system they are trying to make in multiple dimensions, realms, and parallel universes. It says the quantum financial system, XRP, the master key, interesting word, allows all money, world assets, transactions to be reported, recorded, stored forever one gatekeeper, one key. Nothing becomes legitimized on the quantum financial XRPL without growing through XRP first. Interesting. Earth, 6 other ISO tokens: XLM, XDC, Algo, IOTA, HBAR, Cardano, and maybe Quant. We'll get on Quant a little bit later. Let's go to the next one. It says, why is XRP at the moment in time? It was 39 cents versus it will be projected to be $1 million based upon transactions per second on the internet versus the quantum internet. XRP Earth versus Starlink transition equation. Starlink quantum internet, $24 million per XRP, 100 million quadrillion transactions per second. Quantum financial system equal quantum internet speed transactions. Says XRP ledger, XRP. It says the XRP ledger, QFS, runs on free energy from Starlink, needs no internet connection. This will be in the future very soon. Unhackable, debatable, runs at a speed of light, quantum, unlimited storage, stores all blockchain assets, NFTs, tokens, and records. Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, going forward, everything from birth certificates, affidavits, tribal trusts, insurance plans will be on the blockchain and smart contracts. That will be the only way in which data will be moved and processed going forward, probably within the next 3 years or so. Right. All daily institutional flow, XLM, and other tokens will be go through XRP in real time each day. And let's get to this. It says, provides all global financial markets instant liquidity with unlimited resources and serves as a backstop insurance tokenized assets. All financial transactions run through XRP from Starlink and needs no internet connection and no service provider. Some will ask, how is that possible? Well, when you have 40,000 satellites like Starlink does in our atmosphere, there are many things that are possible. Unhackable, that's debatable again. It says by 2030, the price will be determined at $1 million. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be $1 million. I'm not going to jump out the car like that. But let's just say that the market that we see is going to be a whole lot different. And there's going to be a whole lot of furniture moving if people, if some of your relatives be like, bro, you knew about this and you never got involved in this. And you say, oh, man, yeah, I didn't know. Right, because you can't look at Brother Yosef because he's probably gonna be drinking Mai Tais, and he can't help you at that point. It says 100% gold back asset buyback for retail holders. It says, oh, that's something else different. And then from there, I'm gonna show you some things that link up XRP to the past. This is an old. Can I zoom in on that? Please let me zoom in on that. Oh, yeah. They're going to do a lot. So we're going to put it back regular. But this is an old internet website thing that says next month prices will die. Everything you see is completely planned. Only time will realize. Mr. Poole, this came, he says, the guy who came back from 2040. Interesting. Today is July 18th, 1997. I don't know how to explain this to you, but if you heard something about OpenCoin, just in case you know, Ripple, XRP was considered OpenCoin. They changed the name to Ripple Labs in 2013. You must invest your time and money in it. The company will transform into the world's financial business, and you will be a wealthy person in the world. This was supposedly from the old internet. Yeah, that's old. That's a Macintosh from 1997, July 18th. And that guy he works for Ripple, interestingly enough. Here's another thing. let's see. This is Satoshi Nomiyaka telling the development team that Ripple is interesting, that it's the other systems that do something with trust besides concentrate it into a server. And this is 2009. This is Satoshi Namiaka, the creator of Bitcoin, talking about how he likes Ripple and what it does at that moment in time. This comes from a movie called Sneakers. Interestingly enough, it says Federal Reserve Transfer Node, National Headquarters, Remote System Network Input Station. And it says right here, International Telelink Access Code LIN XRP 262. Now, this movie came out in 1992. Anybody have any response to that, brother?
That's amazing, brother. That's some good information there. Wow.
So I go back to that to allow people to understand what we're going on, right? Brother Yosef always talks a lot about quantum, how we're simultaneously going through the past, current, present, and the future all at the same time. And if we're doing that, who else do you think is doing that are called our overseers, masters, or the Illuminati, or therefore after? They have been controlling a lot, and this has been planned. Cryptocurrency probably, if I had to guess, has been planned to take over things 30, 40 years in advance. And it's happening now for the reason that they're saying by 2030, you will own nothing and be okay with it. And by 2040, your consciousness will be in a metaverse as a hologram avatar, and you will love it. Because this world, they said they want to take you away from the pains and the ills of this world. It's too hard. Find a world where you can be whoever you want to be all the time, every time, anytime. Let's see. I'm going to skip that real quick to go back to XDC. Now, XDC is on something called proof of stake, but they call it delegated proof of stake. XDC will also be a technology that will be very big in the future. And I want people to be able to pay attention to the coincidence of XRP, XLM, XDC, SpaceX, X, the Twitter company, as well as Elon Musk has a company coming out very soon called XAI, which will be his own version of variation of his artificial intelligence company, right? So if you're not understanding, X, from what I've researched, is the number of death and rebirth, and it is the tree of life in the tarot, which means that the fiat system is dead and reborn in its place will be cryptocurrency, blockchain, smart contract, CBDC, quantum financial technology going into the future. Let's take a look at some corporations that work with XDC. You have Nokia. We all know Nokia. That was some of our first cell phones. Let's see. Fernora, Clear Eye AI, Emerge in BD, and Might. XDC will be extremely huge going forward. Here's some companies that work with XDC in the background. I think that's Wells Fargo, LG, Microsoft, Oracle, Intel, AWS, which is Amazon. Just throwing that out there, right? BBVA and Citibank. Next, we have Quant. And so to explain Quant has a very interesting connection to the Rockefeller family. That's right. The same Rockefeller family that runs everything from our toilet paper to our banks, clothes, everything that you can think of, they are involved in it. That company or family. Let me see. Here you go right here. In this video, I'm going to explain it. In this video, this guy talks about the connection of Quant The Overledger satellite technology, right? How it's connected to a guy named, give me just a moment, sorry about that. How it's connected to a guy named Guy Didrich. Guy Didrich has a history of being the manager director at the Rockefeller Capital Management. And he just left that company in 2021, and now he's working for Quant. Does anybody think that's a coincidence? Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Now, to go back to that, Quant is not really a crypto, but you can buy it at this moment in time. Quant is Quant off of Coinbase, right? Let's see some of the partners that work with Quant: the Hyperledger, Alliance Block, Oracle, AWS, Amazon, NVIDIA, one of the biggest graphics corporations, and the creator of the Omniverse. That's something we'll talk about sometime later. Tech Nation, SAI, and the Blockchain Consortium Foundation. Okay. As you can see right here, this is what Quant does in a nutshell. Quant, multiple chain applications on the Overledger network, will be used for payment APIs, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Samsung Pay, Walmart Pay. Also, for the blockchains that I will be using, helping facilitate in the future: Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, IOTA. I don't remember what that one is, so I'm not going to say it. But let's go to
Tezos.
Yes, it is. It is, interestingly enough. Then let's look at some of the banking APIs that work with Quant. You have JP Morgan, probably the biggest bank in the United States or the world, some say. Citibank, Oracle, Credit Suisse, that's a big credit union, credit company in the background, Barclays, and BNP Paribas. Then you have these technology companies, they call them IoT APIs. Intel, Samsung, Microsoft, Aziza, Cisco, Amazon again, Nest. Sounds like something people might want to be invested in, because all of these coins that I choose to research, the coins that are involved in the current conglomerations and companies and organizations that run the world currently at this moment in time. And I just have this weird intuition that they're going to be trying to run things in the next world as well. Let's see, is there any companies from here that I can remember? This is the utility for enterprise licenses, developer license, platform fees, identity and account, transaction processing, application users, gateways and staking, investment, stored value. Let's go to the next one. Let's see, that's kind of just how it's going to work. Unity, that's a platform for creating video games. Interesting enough. Stellar Lumen, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins. Data, XRP, Quarter. Then we have IOTA. IOTA is going to be used for artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's also not a coin, but at this moment in time, you can buy it. It says that given how estimates suggest that 20 billion such devices out there by 2024, IOTA is trying to be the de facto coin for communication between the Internet of Things, which means this technology is going to be used for your smart laptop, your smart refrigerator, your smart thermostat, your smart TV to communicate and manipulate through wireless transcommunication. This is some of the companies that IOTA works with. Let's see if it's any some ones that we can remember. You have Philips, you have Bosch, you have ABB, you have UOPS, Lancaster University, University of Ohio, BMW, DB, Audi, Accenture, and more coming in the future. Now, let's see. I have a couple more things I want to show, then we can open it up for questions and go from there. Let's see. Matter of fact, yeah, brother. So we could go to the questions, no problem.
Want to do a Q&A?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I got a question first, brother.
Yes, sir.
And I'm pretty sure. So if you guys have questions, come on in, ask questions, get them in the chat, and we can go forward. If people want to store their crypto, where should they store their crypto? What wallets do you recommend?
That is a great question, because I'm going to give you I'm going to put you guys in on a little secret. Just because you buy crypto on exchange doesn't mean anything. Until you move that crypto off of an exchange onto a cold wallet, paper wallet, or therefore after, you don't own it. So some would say, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to keep it in urban sense, which means if it go down, they're going to take your money, man. It ain't yours no more. If there's any situations they have with the government and having to liquidate assets, they taking your shit. So it is very important that you do get what some people call is a cold wallet or ledger. And the ledgers that I would recommend would be something called Engrave and Trezor. Now, just to start, I would tell people to get a ledger, a safe pill. Brother Yosef put me on the safe pill. But coming into the future, we found out that Ledger has an incoming update that is optional at the moment, but we know that it may not be optional once the IRS comes involved, right? That if you want to be able to get your passcode or your seed phrase, you can sign up and they'll hold it for you. But the problem with that is, let's say you come out and you make a certain amount of money in crypto. If the feds see that, they can go to Ledger and say, hey, we want to be able to look in their cold wallet and see how much crypto they have and how much money, how much taxes they haven't paid. And that's also a backdoor for hacks or anything in there for after. So I would recommend at the moment, get you an Engrave, a Trezor, or a safe pill. But just probably to be safe, get you a safe pill or an Engrave. And if you just want to start in the beginning, I would tell you to get you a ledger, but get you a backup wallet as well, a safe pill.
Perfect. All right. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. We're just sharing information. So this is not financial advice. Brother Heyru 777 asks, so when do you think these coins are going to pop? And how much time? That right there is kind of hard to say, in my opinion, but I'll let Brother Kal-El speak.
Well, first of all, I like that question. Whoever said that, you bought the buddy, because he said, where can we get the buddy, babe? That's what I heard. Where can we get the buddy? Where can we spend the cheddar, the dinero, the bread? So that's a good question. Well, like Brother just said, that's very hard to determine. But if you go off of the timeline that they have, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, right? If you go by the timeline of when they project the next pandemic, also the Bitcoin halves. So Bitcoin halves is when they make the mining rate lower. Historically, whenever they do a Bitcoin half event, we have a bull run right after. Well, that's supposed to happen in 2024 around March, April, May, June. So if I had to predict when these coins are going to have what I call their first pop, will probably be in the next bull run of the next year. Now, when they will explode to be generational wealth, I wish I had a crystal ball for you on that one, homie, because if I knew that, man, I wouldn't even be talking. I'd be out. Exactly. That I can't project, because there's supposed to be a whole consortium of events that are going to happen before that happens. Example, we have a president election going on. Some people say that we don't know if we're going to have that or not. That's all rumors and speculation. We have an election to go through. We have the Federal Reserve showing what they're going to eventually do with FedNow, which, in my opinion, will be turned. Right now, it's just going to be a fast data payment system. It's eventually going to be turned into a CBDC, a central banking digital currency, and that's how people are going to maneuver money back and forth between the government. We have a next I'm going to say situation with maybe Intel viruses therefore after coming. These are not my words. This is from Bill Gates and Charles Schwab themselves of saying that we have future things happening. And the last time they said that, COVID happened. So this goes back to what I was saying. You either learn from the history or you are deemed to repeat it.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
So
we have also, some say the banks are going to go through a hack attack and the banks may be closed down. We also have to look out for that. If you ask me, I think probably after 2025, it's going to be a go. I think it's going to be a go because at that point in time, if you're saying that you want us to be at 2030 to own nothing and be okay with it, you're going to have a system that can handle that. And at the current system we have, you can't handle that on the payment banking digital scale. But if there was and this is my thought, if there was an event that happened that forced people in an emergency system to be on a CBDC on FedNow, now the coins that I talk about, they no longer go from an option, they go to a requirement. So if you can read in between the lines, you'll probably be able to get it.
All right. Perfect, man. We're getting good feedback, excellent presentation. People are saying great knowledge. People saying they got to replay it. It's a gem. So people are really loving the information. I'm glad you guys like it. Brother Carlos says XDC and IOTA aren't available on Coinbase. Where could he buy those?
That is a very good question. As of now, and I'm actually going to do this for you guys live. If you ever want to find out where to buy a coin, you're going to go on something called Coin Market Cap, right? This tells you everything you need to know about a coin. Let's see. Oh, are they acting up? We ain't going to act up today, is we?
Right.
Oh, yeah, we're going to act up today. It's all good. Matter of fact, let me disconnect from that. All right, there we go. Now, yes, Coin Market Cap. You go right here. This is live, people. You can go to XDC. There you go right there. Click it. And you're going to go to markets. When you go to markets, it's going to tell you exactly where you can buy it. So you can buy XDC at Qcoin, Bitfinex, Bittrex, Gate.io, CoinEX. You can't do CoinEX in America. I think they're banned. They were running from the U.S. The FCC. BitTrue is an exchange that I like a lot. It's a mid-level exchange. You can buy a lot.
He does. He loves BitTrue.
And the Change Alley Pro and Coin W. That's where you can buy that. And what other coin? He said IOTA as well.
IOTA, right? Yep.
Okay, IOTA you can buy off BitTrue. Again, my favorite exchange, right? My let's see.
And please know, people, some of these coins, some of you guys, depending on what state you live in, you can't get on some of these, marketplaces. Just to let you know, like I lived in New York, we couldn't get on nothing. It was only a few I had, so he'll let you know.
Oh, yes. Binance, we can't use Binance because they're scared of the FCC, and they got kicked out at this point. Qcoin, Gate.io, Bittrex, Coin One, CoinEX, we can't use that. BitTrue, my favorite girl.
Saw Coinbase in there.
Yes. Can you buy IOTA off of Coin? I think
on the last one you was just on, it said Coinbase right there.
Which one?
Yep.
Okay.
Coinbase.
Let's see. And yes, that is where you can get those two coins of XDC and IOTA. Yeah. More questions?
Yes. We'll take a couple more here.
Okay, no problem.
Somebody said, how do you spell these? Papa Midnight, you might have to go back and look at the videos. I don't know if we're going to spell a lot of these coins right now. Is Coinbase still good to use as an exchange? I heard Uphold is good too, but wanted your input.
And thank you for that question. Thank you. Much gratitude. Well, here's the thing, right? I want to put this out here on any of these exchanges, and this is actually in my PowerPoint that I do sell, and in my ebook, I talk about something that's very important. I talk about centralized exchanges, which would be Coinbase, Uphold, Kraken, Binance, and I talk about decentralized exchanges, which would be Uniswap, Satoshi Swap, Coinbase Wallet, Gate.io, right? Coinbase is an excellent exchange to start out with, right? We all start out with Coinbase, or at least I did, because it's very comfortable. They have the buttons right. All you have to do is attach your bank account or send money. You can buy it, and once you do that, you can send it back to your wallet or send it to other exchanges. So yes, Coinbase is an excellent wallet to use in the beginning. And this would be an example of different exchanges to use. Let me get that out of the way. We're going to do that. Yes, you have Coinbase, Uphold, Qcoin, BitTrue, Bitmark, Gemini, Kraken, Bitforce. These are centralized exchanges, which means exchanges that are backed by, they're big exchanges that are backed by different reserves and currencies. Then you have decentralized exchanges. Decentralized exchanges are where you get coins that are not yet backed by everybody, but you can make a ton of money if you catch a diamond in the rough. Example, Pepe coin. Pepe was exploding around April 17th, 2000, earlier this year. You couldn't buy it off of Coinbase, but you could get it on Uniswap, Satoshi Swap, and you could make quite a bit of money. The only thing is, when you go on decentralized exchanges, you have to send it on a certain chain, and more than likely you're going to be using Ethereum. So you're going to be hit very heavy with gas fees. And Brother Yosef will tell you, anybody that's in crypto that maneuvers outside of the regular exchanges, them gas fees hurt.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So we'll answer these last two questions.
Okay.
We're a little over an hour here, so I'll answer this question. Here, somebody said, "Where is a safe place to put money instead of a bank?" Okay, I get that question a lot. I'll answer that question real quick.
Okay.
So I tell people you can actually turn your life insurance policy into a bank. Okay, especially if you're young, you can get if you're working, you got a job, go ahead and pay into a whole life insurance policy, index life insurance policy. You want to get one of those, family. You can start investing, and the money you put in, you can pull out later on, or even more, depending on what company you're dealing with. That's a good way to turn. It's called bank on yourself. I told you guys this like 2 years ago. You can go look up the bank on yourself. Go to YouTube and type in bank on yourself. They got books on this stuff. They got people who will help you set it up. It's called banking on yourself, and they use life insurance to actually put all your money into life insurance, and you can get a return on it. All right, it's called banking on yourself, and you want to get dividend paying whole life insurance. So you want life insurance that pays you a dividend. That's actually how it works. Some people say, "Oh, Brother Yosef, I tried, it didn't work." No, you got the wrong one. You got to get dividend paying whole life insurance, and they actually explain that when you look up the banking on yourself system. All right. Also, silver and gold. You can invest in silver and gold. They got debit cards and banks out there where you can take your money and put it into silver and gold as well, family. All right. Brother Phil Valentine talks about one of them. I got the same card. I don't use it that much, but I got it.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Glint Pay. Glint Pay.
What's it called? Glint Pay.
Glint Pay, yes.
Glint Pay. You know what I'm saying? Glint Pay is another good one. So that's what you can do, family. Let's see here. And this will be the last question, y'all. This maybe is a stupid question, but there's no such thing as stupid questions, fam. This may be a stupid question, but when I move money into a cold wallet ledger, how do I keep investing? Do I constantly have to move my money back and forth? You want to answer that?
Yes. So here's the thing. I'll break down the process for you. You're going to put your bank account, and you're going to say, when you go on Coinbase, you're going to say, I want to buy $500. It's going to charge your bank account. From there, you're going to get a cold wallet. You're going to set that cold wallet up. And what you're going to do is you're going to get an address, right? You're going to get an address. Once you get that address, you're going to take that address, and on Coinbase, separate from the wallet setup, you're going to take that address and send the crypto that you have. So let's say you buy $500 worth of XRP. Well, you're going to send that $500 worth of XRP on that address to your cold wallet. So every time you buy that, you can buy it on that exchange, and then you're going to send it off of that exchange to the code wallet, whichever code wallet you choose.
All right, absolutely. Now they are asking, brother, how to get in contact. You want to give them an email or something?
Yeah. So my email is Herschel. Could you post it there for me, brother Yosef?
Okay, go ahead and spell it out. Now,
okay, HERSCHEL, period, like at the end of a sentence. Sumahoro, SOUMAHORO @gmail.com. And if y'all have any questions about crypto, I can answer them. I do sell this same PowerPoint for about $10, and I sell my ebook for $20. And shameless plug, I also sell a gold and silver PowerPoint on what, where to buy gold, what fake gold, what fake silver, what fake copper looks like, things to necessarily make sure you have the right stuff and the places to get it. I have those three things. And I'm thinking about doing an advisory thing to where for $30, you could call me or about an hour and I'll answer all your questions. And from there, after you have any questions after you send me a text message, I'll send you a response back. I'll show you everything you need to do. So, if you want me to kind of hold your hand through the process or whatnot.
Yep. All right, y'all. I'm about to get ready and upload the email. Give me a second here.
No problem.
Okay, family. It should be in there. I'm gonna pin it. See if I can pin it to the top so you guys can have it. There it is, family. There it is. Let me know if that's right, brother.
Matter of fact, yeah. I've been so on the.
I actually pulled it right off an email I sent you earlier, so it should be,
Let's see the comments or whatever. Yes. Yeah, that's the right name.
All right. And so y'all can get with Brother Herschel. Y'all can trust him. All right. Brother Herschel has been, if you want to call him a student of mine, I do consider him a friend. But I have, he's one of those guys that I gave information to. He jumps on it, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's grown a lot, and Brother Kal-El, he's a very powerful brother, man. And I'm grateful that he was able to share this information with you guys today, and we'll do more in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
as new stuff come out and stuff evolves, because I really feel like we're about to go through a really exciting time in crypto. You know what I mean? And,
yes, we are. and if I have the last statement for that, brother, just to kind of join what you're saying, please, guys, if y'all don't get anything from this, learn this technology. I had a conversation with a guy once, and he was in crypto before me, and he said, what you gonna tell your son when you look back and you see all these people that was invested in this and they made all this money, you could have changed your family life, and you told them, oh, I didn't want to do it because I was scared. And when he told me that, I couldn't process that at first. Like, I didn't know how to take it, because he was basically saying that if you're hearing this is a clear sign from the universe, matrix, whatever you want to call it, to pay attention, because the things around you are changing in real time. There is no inclinations on when this stuff might happen, but we know one thing: the only thing constant in the universe is change. Nothing stays forever. And at this moment in time, if nobody else will tell you, I'll tell you, money is dead. And if you don't know how to maneuver in the digital world, you're not going to be able to survive. In China, they have an app called WeChat. Everything that they do is through WeChat. If they jaywalk, it goes to WeChat, it sends them a fine. If their social credit score is low, they can't go to school, they can't buy food, they can't go to the doctor. China owns 30% of our media platforms, and some people say 70% of our real estate. So everything that's happening across the world is eventually going to come here. You may not like technology, and you may think that it's too complicated. but you're going to have to learn it. And I would say anybody jump on this and find a way to make some money on it now, because 3 years from now, there's no guarantee they're going to allow us to make money from it. There's going to be regulations and companies feeding back to the government, and the Federal Reserve trying to chase people down. The IRS hired 160,000 agents last year. Who you think they coming from? It ain't enough drug dealers in the world.
Right.
So yeah, I just want to put that out there.
Okay, yeah, and that's why I tell you guys, put a business in front of you. You know what I'm saying? This is not financial advice, but we're just giving you our opinions on what you should do, family. I hope you guys take this to heart. And y'all know me, Brother Yosef. I've been telling y'all about cryptocurrency since 2020. XRP, I've been dropping the science on that since 2020, 2021. Been telling y'all to get into this stuff. Some people I talk to over time, they say, oh, I sold all my XRP, Brother Yosef. It wasn't doing good. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hold. And for the people that did hold their XRP, I believe it's going to come a time very soon where you're going to reap rewards for that. So if you feel like XRP is too expensive, you can't get it, go get that quantum silver that the brother talked about.
Yeah, go get XLM.
Yeah, XLM.
If you can't get XLM, go get XDC.
That's right. Stop playing.
Go get HBAR. There's an opportunity in every situation or modification to make some real money. I'll give you an example. I'll leave it at this. My homeboy, his name is J Cypher. He has his own YouTube. He's one of the guys that put me on crypto. So he called me 2020. I'm staying with my mom in Dallas. He called me. He's like, hey man, I just moved into this new house. I said, what? I was like, because he just got a house about 2-3 years ago. Before that, he's like, yeah, man, I just moved into this new mansion. I said, oh, that's what's up. He said, yeah, bro, you got me this job that I have now. I got him a job I used to work at as a hospital. And he was like, yeah, bro, my salary hasn't went up. You know how I got this house? I said, what? He said, XRP. I said, what? He's like, yeah, I bought it, years ago. They used to talk about crypto around me. I wasn't really paying attention. He was like, and he bought, for reference, a $600,000 mini mansion in Manville, Houston, Texas, that he lives in to this day. And I'm not going, blast nobody, but he's making decent income, but he said it from his own lips. I would have never been able to buy this house, pay off all my cars, and get my debt to at least half if I didn't get an XRP when I did. And that's when XRP exploded from like 20 cents to $3. This next explosion is going to be, I'm going to say it, from where we're at now is like 70 cents, probably to $20 to $50, if not more.
That'll be
doesn't mean it's gonna stay there, but when it goes there, you have a chance to take profit out.
You gotta. That's right. That's your opportunity. That's right. So y'all, I hope you guys' ears were open. I already know you guys enjoyed the information from what you guys are saying in the comments. So we'll bring Brother Kal-El back on in the future and have some updates on some things. But thank you guys for watching. I know you guys enjoyed this, and we will get with you guys in the next video. All right. Peace and love to y'all, family. Peace and love.